Hello everyone, this is Akal from US Stocks, and today I want to make a short video on crypto. This I've opened the Bitcoin screen, and here we see that between 11th March 24 and this vertical blue line, thin line, 29th September 25, and Bitcoin was making a classic divergence, bearish divergence. Price was going higher and higher while the RSI was peaks were moving lower. So this is showing a bearish divergence. This is a weekly chart, and also the PPO cut or the PPO or MACD indicator was also showing a bearish divergence. So the price finally broke downwards on 29th of September 2025. This thin blue line which I have highlighted here. And today the price is sitting almost slightly below the 200 week moving average, and that's not a great healthy signal. Another thing which has happened is that these red moving averages have crossed over. This is a guppy multiple moving average indicator. These red moving averages have crossed over, which is also not a good sign. It's a negative sign. The only saving grace is, let me show you how what happens generally when the red averages cross over downwards. This is what happened the last time the red averages crossed over, like they are doing right now. So it went a fair amount downwards after the 200 week moving average when it broke downwards from the 200 week moving average. So, what I mean to say is that this is not a point to buy. You have to wait for some time before some kind of a divergence comes. Here, the price, this divergence came like this. Sorry, price broke price is going downwards, whereas the indicators have started going upwards. This is called a bullish divergence. This is on RSI. This is also there visible on uh, the PPO. I plot the PPO instead of the MACD. I like it better, but this works the same. And so we see a bullish divergence. Sometimes divergence doesn't come, but sometimes it comes also. When it comes, you get an advanced signal that price wants to turn. Wha- Here we see that prices are quite oversold. It's almost touching, RSI is touching 30 or below 30. And here also today price is below, RSI is below, it's around 26.39, it's below 30. However, there is no PPO cut happening. Cut happens when the blue PPO lines cuts above the signal line, like it is cutting here, and it is cutting. I'll show you with this, like this red line. It cuts here, and price starts moving upwards. However, here the red averages were upwards, uh, were supportive. The situation is slightly different here. Red averages have crossed over, so it's not a good signal or a sign or situation. And let's see what ETH is doing quickly. ETH has gone below the 200 week moving average. These are oversold, so they are not for shorting. However, that doesn't mean that you can buy them. They're two different things. Buying and shorting are two different things. In the sense that, of course, they are different, but you should not short them, and they're not ready to be bought also. That's what I mean. And this ETH is below the 200 week moving average. Again, it's extremely oversold, so should not be shorted. But you can't buy it here also. And this is Solana. Somebody had mentioned that Solana is also popular. So again, however, Solana is showing an inkling that it's showing a hammer after a small hammer and doji sort of formation here. So it's showing that maybe it might turn. All cryptos will generally move together, so keep an eye open for them. Coming back to Bitcoin, and there's no divergence here. I would suggest cease from buying, resist from buying Bitcoin at the moment. Thank you so much.